Hi, Awesomes. Welcome to week 7. It's Wednesday, middle of week 7. And I sent a message to you on was it Monday, um, asking you to kind of hopefully watch the Larry Smith TED Talk, where he's talking about succeeding your passion kind of versus a career. And I wanted you to watch that video um, more than anything, so that when we talk about finding your passion and we talk about Project 2 more specifically, that you don't feel that you have to find something that is that has a very specific path to it. Like for example, I mean, obviously, if you're going for to be in accounting, let's say, right, or you're going in to be an engineer or something like that, where you have a somewhat of a clear path, but perhaps you have something that maybe doesn't have as clear a path. But something that you're very passionate about, that you want to find out more about, and something that you want to pursue. This project gives you an opportunity to kind of explore that avenue, right? What are the possible avenues? It might not be so clear cut to be even a musician for that matter, or an artist. While there are certain things you can do, it might not be as specific. Or like a comedian, right, or a magician, or things of that nature. It could be something that you're very, very passionate about, or something that you want to pursue. Even entrepreneurial, depending on what you want to do specifically, own your own X type of business or whatever. There's some things you can do, or some things that you would pursue, but then there's some other things that perhaps you could be looking at, right, and take advantage of using this project. Because ultimately, Project 2 can kind of serve several different purposes for you. It can kind of help you think about the path, right? It can be like a roadmap to what you to kind of help you think about pursuing that passion, and then also gives you an idea of what that road looks like very specifically. Also gives you some sort of an idea of the steps you can kind of be taking, right, for that in that roadmap, and things you can be thinking about now that you might want to be doing that maybe you wouldn't have thought about otherwise. So those are kind of some of the benefits to this project, which is one of the reasons I like it so much. So I encourage you. So for this week, one of my biggest encouragements, and the biggest thing I really want you to kind of be thinking about this week, is identifying what that thing is. So, for example, we could use the example of accountant or accounting. That's a big field, right? So, if you're going into accounting, or even if you're going into engineering, try to be a little bit more specific. Try to narrow that down a little bit. Is there a specific type of accountant? Is there a specific type of so if you want to be a mechanical engineer, or an electrical engineer, or whatever it is, what specifically within that are you kind of wanting to do, right? And then try to gives you an opportunity to kind of explore, think about, research, study, read a little bit up on what the path might look like, what that job looks like, or that career passion looks like when you get to it. So that's the main thing I kind of want you to be looking at this week. I'm going to switch over here, just kind of show you. This is obviously the writing in your field, or your passion. And we'll go over this a little bit more in detail, but I have put together kind of an outline here for you. So you get your introduction, the profile. Of course, we'll start looking at what these specific sections mean later on. But this is kind of how it will look, and kind of the things that you want to think about addressing as you put it together, right? You'll get the background as far as what it is. What does it take to prepare what would you things you need to be thinking about today to prepare yourself? What are the working conditions? What does it look like in that job? Not necessarily day to day, but what is kind of like give us like a picture, right? Look like, and then maintenance is kind of like one of those things where it's okay. What do you do once you get in the job? What are the things you need to do to kind of keep things going? And they'll talk about what controversies or issues are going on, and then of course, obviously, for this project, how there is communication practice, what kind of writing is involved. So we'll talk about that some more. But this week, find your passion. Try to identify and narrow that down this week. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll be back soon. Stay safe, stay awesome.